person.
Welcome to the Underdogs podcast. Strap yourselves in for 1 hour of unrivaled audio entertainment. Featuring HopCat.
I got 4 hours of sleep last night, so I'm going strong.
Little Z.
I've committed the most crimes in the Underdogs. You can't prove otherwise.
Poppet One.
I bet that's not true.
Great bit, Jordan.
Thanks. I killed the ant in my...
Director Cogger.
You can't go into my time, otherwise I'll run out of time to talk, which I did in the end.
No, you didn't.
I got a haircut.
Brilliant.
Nice.
Looking fresh. No compliments so far, guys. We've had like 10 seconds.
Well, I gave you one the other day when I saw you.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
true.
I
Everyone's already seen it. Do we remember what I was going to do with the haircut from last
Say
podcast?
you're a firefighter or something.
Say you're a
No,
surgeon.
Not that. We decided against the heroic jobs. We don't want to steal anyone's
you go
valor. I went with an inventor,
That was my idea.
as
No
Peter
way, you
suggested.
committed to that.
I did.
Oh, this
So
is
I actually got a
amazing.
haircut at a beer festival, which I'll talk a little bit more about later. I went to a beer festival and they had a barber there.
Okay.
Weird thing, right? But I was like, you know what? Really need a haircut. When am I going to find time before I go to New Zealand, which is today,
To get a haircut.
to get a haircut?
They don't have haircuts in New Zealand.
Yeah,
No.
they're all bald.
Well, I didn't want to use my holiday on that, so I used my beer festival time on that instead. And I said I was an inventor. And then he was like, "Oh man, that's really cool. What have you invented?"
How did you not laugh? You guys know me.
You're the
I couldn't
worst.
do any. I
Yeah.
couldn't do this.
Me
I
and
keep a
Zack,
straight face.
we're professionals. Every time we're recording a skit,
Dude.
it's like Jordan has to do 8 takes because he's like, "Oh, dude, sorry, I'm an orphan."
Imagine if I sat down and I was like, I'm an inventor. Yeah.
Professionalism, hold it together. Anyway,
Yeah.
sorry.
I'm going to say it's a lot easier without an audience, I feel like. If it's just you and the barber, it's not that hard.
I'm
No,
very
Jordan-
good at like
I don't know.
trash.
deadpan, complete lying to people.
Yeah.
Oh, I've been
Like
smiling.
we've talked about it before in the Ubers, spouting some shit. But I was doing that to this hairdresser. He seemed like a really cool dude, so I felt a bit bad. But I said I was an inventor, and he was like, "Oh yeah, any inventions you want?" And I was like, "Wouldn't you like to know?" Which is exactly what we were
Yes.
talking about on the podcast. And then I was like, "No, I do have this one idea that I've sort of been working on. It's like an umbrella hat."
Was he impressed?
He was like, "What the fuck?"
Aw.
Then I was like, "Yeah." Like, I was thinking, why haven't they made umbrella hats? Because it's been raining a lot lately. I basically repeated what you said, Jordan.
What was that in the last podcast or one before?
I
Probably
can't
the one
remember.
before.
It was a terrible conversation. I remember
It's
that
a
much.
running joke.
I
about
bet he was impressed.
he was sort of shut up then. He was very awkward about that. And then, and then I had to sell it. So I mentioned something like, he was like, "Oh, do you spend all your time doing that?" And then I was like, "Yeah, well, also that and like managing previous inventions, like previous businesses."
Yeah, checks out.
So
And then
smart.
he was like, "What's one of them?" And I was like, "Shit,
You know
think
the
fast,
chair?
think fast." So the first thing I thought of
Oh no.
was the little signs you stick into different types of cheese.
Oh.
The ones that say
You
like
invented
brie,
sign.
Yeah.
camembert, and cheddar.
With the
Yeah.
chalkboard.
It was like a brand of that, some nice cheese signs.
Yeah.
Cheese
Ooh.
sign. That's how did that come into your
I
brain?
don't know.
Do you remember
Where
you
did
came
that
to my
come
housewarming and I had them in the cheese and I impressed everyone? Clearly no one remembers. But
I remember.
I
You
actually
do?
do
Yeah.
remember. I
There you
do.
go.
That's the only time I've seen them.
yeah.
I was thinking some fancy ones of them. But when he asked, like, "Oh, what have you done in the past?" I had like 1 second to think of
Yeah.
something. Because then if I'm like, and he realizes I'm lying, then I got a whole rest of the haircut to go
Just
through.
sit there.
And he's going to mess you up. He's like, you're lying to me. And
Gets the fucking trimmers out
Yeah.
over the top.
But yeah,
Damn,
that
well
was
done.
that was pretty much where it ended. I think after the umbrella hat and the cheese board, he didn't want to hear any more ideas. He
Stopped
wasn't stealing
asking.
any of them.
Waiting for something exciting like a jet plane or like a medical device. You're just like, yeah, cheese signs. Piece of paper on a
Must have
stick.
thought I was the worst fucking inventor.
How was it though in comparison to talking about YouTube? Was it at least like you didn't have to do the old
It was
like
very-
routine?
Very entertaining for me.
Yeah.
So I might keep doing this to different hairdressers
that's
in the future.
amazing. How often do you
Yeah.
get your hair cut? How often?
Like once every 6 months.
Oh, okay. That won't come
Although-
up much on the podcast then.
Yeah, didn't get it done as short today, so maybe sooner. Ooh.
Who's the next person to get a haircut? It'd be probably me or Jordan, right?
I literally just got mine cut. Like,
Why didn't you do the bit?
no. Like
before
the
that.
week before.
okay,
Actually,
right.
the week
That's
before.
how we started talking about it.
Yeah, we've come full circle. Okay, I guess it's me then. What should I say I am? 'Cause I gave you Inventor, and that was a bit of a
Inventor.
rough one.
You could be a.
What if you were really
ice
into like
skater.
feet?
Oh,
How's that a job?
Yeah, but
Podiatrist.
do they have to ask a job? What if you were like,
what do you do? Oh, I look
Hey-
at feet pics, and they're like, no, but for work. And I'm like,
On the dog.
What if you're the manager of other people's foot picks?
oh yeah. What if I was like an only like an OnlyFans competitor? Only feet, like I invented only feet.
that legit sounds like a good invention. As a new inventor myself, I might get on
Only
this.
feet.
Yeah.
That'd fucking pop off, wouldn't
I
it?
manage a
think so.
website, and they're like, what website? Oh, it's it's a bit.
What are the odds this is already a thing?
Oh, probably.
Only feet.
There's no way that the domain name hasn't been taken.
Jar, can you Google it? Only feet.
Only feet.
Just make sure you open incognito.
So I reckon Only Feet's the way to go. You make it premium prices, like a really good app, and then the only people that are gonna pay that much,
It's a thing?
it's a
Yeah.
thing.
Wait,
Alright.
click on it. Open it.
No, Jordan, come on, you can do that in your own time.
We're
I wanted
professionals
to see
here,
if it was
brother.
like the actual, like it's a full-on fleshed out site, or just like they've taken the
You
name.
want to see the full on flesh?
Jordan, we're at work here,
The
mate.
full-on
Get it
fleshed
together.
out feet.
Oh, no,
boy.
yucky. What should I actually say though?
Oh, well, no, you
What do
can
you
commit
look
to
like?
that,
What-
and then they Google it, and it's real. It's way more believable
What do
now.
I look like? What if I'm a professional in a really obscure sport? I feel like 'cause I
Like
already- I know,
ultimate
like-
frisbee.
No, but you don't get paid, and I feel like I know too much about
They
that.
won't know.
Yeah,
You
you
know?
should just say you got sponsored.
No, it's got to be a stupider sport. I know Ultimate's pretty stupid, but it's
Curling.
got to be stupider.
Curling
Boxing.
in Australia. How
Like
about
biceps,
Biceps.
curls.
No.
that? No, like on the ice, where you got the
ice.
broom and you're like.
Oh, like in Mario Sonic.
Like I'm
It's
just
also
the
in
Australian
real life
curling
at the
team.
Olympics, but
Yeah.
Mario and Sonic will go with
They
that.
did it first. I think you should go with that.
Yeah, Olympic curling team for Australia.
And then they have to ask you about the brooming and stuff. You have to know.
Yeah, I'll just make it up. What are they going to say? No. Nobody knows anything about that.
Yeah, you're like
Yeah.
must be at a 38-degree angle to the
Are there
puck.
separate broomers or are you both in a team of curlers?
Do you reckon they rotate?
I think you.
What are we doing here?
We're
we're
working it out.
figuring
We're
it out.
sussing it
Well, I
out.
need to know what to say
No,
when I
true.
get there.
You got to be prepared.
Do you guys know?
I can just make it up. It doesn't matter if I know.
Yeah, I guess. What if he's like, oh, me too?
I reckon the sport's got to be so boring they take it in turns.
Yeah, surely you're not a full-time broomer.
Like that's true.
At that point, you might as well just become a janitor, you know? Like,
Maybe that's those who are the best at it, and they get all the janitors.
shit.
Maybe you could be a janitor and that, and then you could say that.
It's like your side hustle and your main hustle, and they're related.
Exactly.
But is it? You have to actually know a bit about like how much to sweep, right? You
Should we
can't just
move
sweep.
on?
Yeah.
What do you mean? We're all talking about this sport we've never played.
I
or
want to know
anything.
more about. We'll
Okay.
continue like
Hey,
next week.
real quick, I want to give a shout out to our patrons. Do you have it on
Yeah.
there, Jackson? How many patrons we've
Oh,
got?
let me get it.
It's
Give
like
me 1
over
second.
150.
Pretty crazy.
A lot of
Damn.
people since clap it up. A lot of people since the last podcast.
And they are live in the chat right now.
And subscribe to the Patreon. Yeah, we're streaming this live for patrons. Otherwise, it'll be going up on YouTube. And something people were worried about that listen on YouTube, you're not going to be missing out on any content. It's still the same podcast
No, it's
every
just
week.
extra stuff.
It's just extra stuff and a way to submit questions for the podcast.
174. By the way.
I read, as we know, I read all the comments on the pod.
Yes.
And like 99% of them are like, okay, happy for you guys. Sounds good. Some of them like, I'll jump aboard. Some of them are not. But the ones that are like, how does this not affect the podcast if there's stuff behind a paywall now? And I'm just like, I know it shouldn't affect me, but
There was one that was like really making a Patreon when Zack's got a Tesla. And I was like, if I wanted to make money, I wouldn't do the podcast.
Yeah, it's like-
and there's 3 other people here as well. Like, fuck you guys, I guess.
I
Like,
haven't got a
because you
Tesla.
have a Tesla, you should be losing money on the podcast.
Zack's got a lot of subs. It's like if you saved up all your money your whole life to buy a Tesla, and then you started like losing money on your home loan, I'm like, oh, you got a Tesla though.
Yeah.
Very
But anyway,
not comparable. But
if you think that way, you're not paying for Zach's Tesla. You're actually paying for Jar's lunch. So
Yeah.
play it louder, turn it up.
because believe it or not, he's not here just to listen to us.
Surprise.
Surprisingly, we do have to pay him to be here.
I love the podcast though.
No,
put
it
up,
is
put
fun.
up the background. Fuck, putting up those fake floorboards. I think we'll break the illusion, guys. These are not real wood. We're not in a cabin.
Yeah, guys, we're actually in the same room as we were in before. There's just some fake wood on the
I think
wall.
everyone knows that.
I didn't
surely.
realize that you could just do that with floorboards, though. They just stick.
Yeah, and then they fall off, and I have to glue them on again.
How many have fallen?
And they're gonna rip all the paint off eventually.
Oh.
A few have fallen, and I've had to replace them.
Damn.
But my walls are so fucked when I move out, which is okay because Peter had already kind of fucked them when he lived here.
I came back and I did a reasonable job of fixing
Yeah,
them.
no, you did.
how did you bang the wall?
Oh, I just had like...
So I just didn't want to say the
Glory
F word,
hole.
and then that didn't work out.
glory
did it?
hole, glory hole. No, it's like when you put like posters and stuff and they stick and then it pulls the paint off when you take it off. But
Oh.
I did learn how to paint walls and stuff and fix it up and like
Well
plaster it, paint it.
Oh, that's for real.
Sanding. I did it.
Damn.
And like I was like doing little dabs with the end of the brush to
Wait,
get
and you matched the colour?
to get the rouging. Yeah,
It
I got
looked
the same
different.
color. I knew
Yeah,
what
look
color Zach
Ooh.
got.
How do you find that? I've been doing a decent amount of building and
It's
things around
satisfying.
the house.
It's good to get the skill. You feel masculine at the end of it.
Yeah, it's
You fix
very
something
true.
and
That's
you're
what
like,
life's all about.
Yeah.
When I was like drilling into the wall and putting up the shelves, I was like, oh yeah, didn't need to call my dad to come do
That
this.
is pretty gangster,
Which I
actually.
did have to do about a year ago.
Yeah, that happened to me like 2 days ago. I couldn't get the lawnmower starting, and then Holly's dad came over and he's like, "This is to do this," and it was like,
you might as well just say I'm the beta at that point.
exactly.
And it's even
exactly.
Holly's dad, not even yours.
I know.
I
Well,
don't-
he's like a gardener for his job.
Oh, okay.
Shouldn't even be embarrassed because then they're like, oh, how do I place a phone call on my phone? And you're like, oh.
That's true. They do
So
that.
everyone's
They do
just
that.
stupid at different things. It's not really a big deal.
No, and now I know it as well.
Exactly, you're now a genius
Got to
of the
put the
lawnmower.
I
oil in. It's
feel
got to be
like-
ready. Oh, sorry. I was just gonna.
No go.
When you with the accelerator, you can't have it all the way down. Sometimes you got to play with it a bit.
Oh.
Glad we heard
And
that.
you know that thing that you push 3 times
No.
to start it, and it gets it going.
The on button.
No, it's like anyway. you can press it like 15, and it's fine.
I only ever had ones you pull the.
Oh, don't you got to?
Guys, I'm sorry
First-
to interrupt, but I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Well,
this-
now you know, people. If you can't turn on your lawnmower, do that.
Or do the Rinnan thing.
you know what I hate?
Shut up.
I hate people that are like elite about this sort of thing though.
What
They're like,
about
oh,
what?
you don't know how to start a lawnmower.
That's just
Ima-
yeah.
Have you ever done that to someone that like can't operate their phone? Like your grandpa's like, how do I open Google?
How
and
do
you're
you
like,
not know
oh, you don't know
this?
how to use a phone. It's basic
No,
shit.
I don't
It's
think
like,
I ever
no,
do that.
That's
You
just
like
the
you
worst
got to
vibes.
teach them, you know.
Yeah.
They gotta feel good about something, you know?
Not to call out my dad, but he does that all the time. And he's just like, "You're stupid. You don't know that." And it's like, no, you should have taught me.
I think it's
Yeah, it's like, I am your spawn.
Jordan's sobbing watching the like how to. What are the dad tutorial YouTube videos?
Oh, that's the
they have
wholesome
that.
content.
Yeah, it's so wholesome.
Scrolling through.
Yeah, it teaches you how to tie a tie in that.
How
Jordan
do
just
I
watching it
shave?
sobbing.
Please.
Well, I had to teach myself how to shave because I didn't start shaving until I'd moved out of home because I started shaving when I was like 22.
Yeah.
And so I wasn't hanging around with dad at that point.
I didn't know how either. I just do it. Just fucking
You know,
scrape it.
with the grain, against the grain, none of that.
Just down.
Oh, nice.
Everywhere.
Yeah.
Holy shit. How are you not alive?
Where do you do it?
What
Up?
about down here?
I just go down like this.
You look like
Holy
you got
shit.
a few ingrown hair bumps though.
Yeah, that's
So-
probably
Do
it.
you? Let's have a look.
Maybe you should look it up.
No, it looks pretty good, to be honest.
Guys, an update for our viewers. Jordan's neck is bright red, just bumps everywhere.
Oh,
Honestly,
yeah.
looks like
Good
it
job.
has some kind of
This
disease.
is bleeding right now.
Although I suppose it's grown in a bit, maybe.
I don't know. Yeah. I've been letting it grow out.
Maybe
I've
get
been
the
doing my
lawnmower
YouTube
on there. Get
challenges.
the lawnmower out and see
No.
yourself into it now.
3.0.
No, not yet. We're looking at getting some sponsors. But, you know, then we decided not to because I got a Tesla. Anyway, I went to this beer festival on the weekend. That was cool.
Yep.
Have
Did
you
you
have
drink
you guys ever
beer?
been to a beer festival?
Yeah,
No.
once.
I have, and
twice.
then I was kind of put off by how much money they expect you to spend.
Oh, it's
It was
expensive.
like a
yeah.
beef and beer festival. I'm like, that sounds nice. I like beef and beer. And it's like, oh,
Wait,
you
can
want
I
to try
guess?
like the food truck food, like $20 a
Yeah.
Oh,
You want to
food
try a
truck
beer, like
food.
$10 a bar. And it's like, if you want to have a meal, you need to get like a few things
Yeah.
across the day. And so you're guaranteed to spend like $100
Minimum,
at
yeah.
least. And then there's an entry fee ticket. I'm like,
Yeah.
come on, man.
Yeah, it is. It is pretty overpriced. Anyway, we headed there. I was in my Tesla, and we got out. We went in. I'm just gonna make that a bit now.
I don't like this bit.
Like it's already not a bit. And yeah, tried a lot of good beers. I wrote down the most interesting ones I tried, or at least the first two, and then I was past the point of being able to remember to write them down.
Oh yeah, me and
Can
Zack.
you not get little samples?
You
It's a
could,
festival, yeah.
yeah, but like you don't want to just be drinking samples the whole time. You don't want to be the
That's
guy that goes up
true.
to every booth and gets a sample.
Jordan
and never
is
buys
exactly
anything.
that kind of guy.
He is, isn't he?
Jordan would love to be that guy.
That's
His
why
red
you're
rooster,
there.
he's snuck in his jacket, and he's just like.
That's why
trying
you
the
want to find out the
samples.
best one.
That was us at the cheap versus expensive hostel video.
yeah.
That's actually coming out this weekend, this
Oh,
Saturday, 100%. It's already
damn.
edited.
That was fast.
By the way, Peter, I need you to make a thumbnail because my flight's at 9 tonight and I don't have time. I love you, dude.
God.
You can make that
Wouldn't
shit
be
on the
us.
plane, brother.
Or I can maybe make it on the plane. Anyway, I was going to do a
Demonstrate.
little quiz.
Oh.
I love
Ex-
this.
Wow.
Keyword was... So
Oh.
I've written down the beers that I did drink. I was going to think of some multiple choice answers for other ones, but I haven't yet. So I'm going to think of it right now, and it won't take me that long.
So we have to guess which one's a real
Yep.
thing that you tried.
Oh, no,
Yep.
got funny names.
Okay. Did I try a Snickers beer,
Yep.
a chocolate beer,
Yep.
a Turkish Delight beer,
Yep.
or a... That's it. Those three.
Okay, well, not the Turkish Delight one.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just going to
Do
go
we
with chocolate. There's
lock
lots
in
of
an
Is it
answer?
which one's real or one's fake or what was it?
Which one's
One's
real?
One
real.
is real, and I drank
Oh.
it.
I reckon Turkish Delight's
Yeah.
real.
Oh no, I'm going with Snickers.
I'm going to go with chocolate.
Oh, three different
Oh.
answers.
And the answer is Turkish Delight. Let's go, Jordan.
Nice.
I
What did I
fucking
win?
pranked you, Jackson.
You didn't
When
know
I
this.
looked up to the ceiling for the Turkish Delight, pretending that I was thinking of it.
Oh, I wasn't looking at your face.
That's
Got 'em.
all I try and get my things
That's
from.
why you did so well in that other video.
You're
as
just
well.
going to read the face.
Was it good?
No, it was dog shit.
Dude, I love Turkish Delight. I had a Turkish Delight coffee. It was dog shit.
Oh.
I thought it'd be so good, man.
It's not a flavor that you really mix.
No,
right?
no.
The only thing it
I've-
works with is chocolate.
I've had an amazing Golden Gay Time beer before,
Oh, that's
and it
sick.
actually tasted like Golden Gay Time. It was
really
very, very
in
good.
beer.
Yeah, it was
Because
amazing.
beer's usually quite bitter as well.
Yeah, no, this
But
one
then
did
there's
the
so
job.
many different types of this like festival because you got your
Damn.
sour ones that have like fruits and that. You have different wheaty, yeasty ones.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, I've got another one here.
Right.
Okay, did I try? Let me just think of the options
Let
here.
me just, if he looks at the ceiling, I was going to say, what's the weirdest beer you'd ever tried, Jordan?
Oh, not much. I don't really like beer. I also, every time I go somewhere, I just say, what's the cheapest?
Yeah, okay. Peter?
That's optimal. Weirdest? I tried this cherry ripe chocolate stout the other week when I was down south. It tasted absolutely terrible.
Where
it
do
was,
you guys
it was a
find this
milk
stuff?
stout cherry ripe.
Do you like
choc
stout
cherry
or milk
ripe.
stouts?
No, they're dreadful.
Where
Trying
do
to
you
set
find
yourself
this
up
stuff?
nicely.
Alright, I got the.
Yep.
I got the next one. Okay, we've got a donut beer,
Yeah.
a milk beer, or a Vegemite beer. Which one did I try?
Donut, surely.
Vegemite.
Yeah, I know. It's donut, right?
It is a donut beer.
Yeah.
I saw that one on the news, actually. Krispy Kremes.
It's like blended
Oh.
up Krispy Kremes that they use as the yeast base or to make the hops.
What?
And?
Something like that. And very good. Yeah, it kind of, you could actually taste some of the sweet glaze and some of the donut,
Can I
which is
just-
very strange.
Can I just say a little offshoot of this one? So Zach and I went out the night after this beer festival.
Yeah.
And we got to one of these bars we were at, and Zach gets like a drink. He orders. He's already pretty drunk because he's been drinking since 11 a.m. and it's now like 12
Why did you start at 11?
a.m.
The beer fest started at 10 a.m.
12 p.m.
Oh, sorry,
So
you
it's-
went out after the
Yeah.
beer festival. This
Yeah.
is
Now
a big
On the
day.
same day.
Yeah.
It was from 10
Oh,
a.m.
you
till like
fiend.
midnight.
So it had been like
Right.
12 hours since Zach started drinking, so he was pretty drunk at this point. And I would just like to say that everything about beer is a lie, because like Zach gets this beer where we're out, and he's like, he tries it, and he's like, yeah, that one's like some kind of IPA. I'm like, it's a lager. Like it's just who knows any of this
Yeah,
shit.
it's back to what we were talking about last week with
The
the wine
wine and the
tasting.
food.
But I don't claim to know the difference. I take a sip and I like that or I don't like
yeah,
that.
that's true.
Yeah.
And then eventually you're like, oh, I like most of these. I don't like some of these.
Yeah.
I still don't know anything. I just get the cheapest. I drink it. It's all right.
Is there anything?
Yeah, we know, dude. You're the free sample guy.
It's true.
Jordan, is there anything where you do have a taste for it?
Oh, expensive
Anything.
taste.
Where I have a taste for it, like I can taste it.
No, like
you can like taste the difference between cheap and expensive versions of like what is your
I wouldn't
thing?
know because I haven't had the expensive
Or like, do you get
version.
expensive
No, you go the
anything?
extra mile. You're like, oh, I'll splurge. I'll treat
on
myself.
food?
Or anything?
Anything.
Anything? I guess like my computer is a bit more expensive.
No.
You need that for work, Jordan. That doesn't
understand.
count.
No, it's not. It's not like computer equipment.
Okay. For example,
Okay, yeah.
I don't like instant coffee anymore
I
because
always
I've
have
had.
instant coffee. Yeah.
I knew it wouldn't be coffee. This is my example, Jordan. I like barista coffees now because I've had a lot of them and I've acquired a taste for
Oh, nah, I don't think so.
it. Not a single thing.
No. Oh, wait. Okay, so turns out butter isn't butter. Turns out. So I looked at my butter the other day and it's like, oh, the soft spread, it's got a picture of a cow on it. Then I'm like, hang on, it doesn't say butter anywhere. And I looked and it was like 25% butter.
Yeah.
And then it's like a bunch of like canola oil and shit. And
It's
I was like,
margarine mostly.
and I was like, oh, I've been pranked. So then I got butter. So maybe butter.
Do you like it more?
No, but it's just like more healthy, I think.
I think it's worse.
I think it's not as healthy.
It's not as healthy.
Butter's like
That's gotta be the-
indulgent.
No, butter's more healthy.
Worst thing to splurge on.
Butter
Oh,
more
I buy
healthy?
the premium butter.
Isn't
Canola-
margarine more healthy?
Yeah,
No,
it definitely
my
is.
mum's a nutritionist. I trust her. Sorry,
Oh,
fellas.
you should, but
Yeah.
I'm curious why.
I don't care.
No, I don't
you don't
care.
need to know. You just need to know the result.
I
So
suppose.
butter, nice.
You're
You
so
just-
optimal.
Got some butter.
So
So I bet
optimal.
What's yours,
Splurged
Pete?
on
Oh,
that.
yours is coffee. What's yours, Zack? Oh,
yeah,
if you've got
coffee.
Mine's definitely camera equipment
Yeah.
because I love like filming
my
stuff.
computers don't count.
I think have I
Unbelievable.
talked about it, but I just buy all this camera equipment that like I don't need for YouTube. It's like a camera stabilizer, and I'm like, yeah, that'll make my
You do
5
like to do
second
that.
shot. And then sometimes it's even goes into the negative because it's like YouTube. It's all about like authenticity and like having professional looking shots can take away from that sometimes, and it's not necessary at all. Like Mr. Beast still uses just average cameras. He just buys like 50 half decent cameras
Yeah.
and gives everyone
Oh,
one.
that's like the top
And it's all
streamer as
shaky.
well.
Yeah.
Like XQC. He's still just got like a shitty webcam.
Yeah.
And
Because
stuff.
it doesn't matter. But then because I'm passionate about it, I'll buy it and be like, oh, tax write off. I can justify it, you know, like
Genius.
it makes me, it's like a guilty pleasure that I can somewhat justify.
Yeah. I think you have been hard done by with the computer because it sounds similar.
No, but you need that for editing.
Yeah, I do
it's
need
not
that.
like he bought a top of the range rig either.
No.
It was just decent enough for editing.
What about you, Jackson? Do you
My computer, obviously.
splurge on anything?
Nah, I mean, I think I like wine is probably one that I can think of.
Oh.
But I don't think I know anything about it. I just don't like
What do
buying
you prefer?
the cheapest
Oaky, chocolate
one.
notes, sweet?
Anything with an oaky afterbirth is nice.
After birth? Hold on. What the hell are you drinking, brother?
What about you, Pete? Anything? Just
No.
the coffee.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Well, none of us have expensive taste.
Well, no shit.
That's
we were
crazy.
all like, none of us were brought up rich or anything.
That's
like,
why
how
we-
do you acquire expensive
That's why we
taste?
started
Dude,
the
what I used to
Patreon.
do when we used to go to the Royal Show, and it's like, oh, you'll get like $40 spending money or whatever,
Yeah.
get show bags and everything.
Yeah.
I just wouldn't spend it. Afterwards, go to Coles.
Get the 40
You
bucks.
could get
worth.
$40 worth of like lollies at Coles. I'll be walking home with so much. My sisters got their shitty little like chocolate milky
Okay, so
bars.
so the Royal Show is this like
Oh, yeah,
carnival.
sorry.
It's a carnival that's run in Perth every year.
and you
And a
can go.
big part is getting show bags.
Yeah,
Show bags
You know
get
what,
show
Jordan?
bags like get the Snickers show bags. You get these Snickers or something like
Hey,
that.
Jordans, you're actually a big fool from this.
Why?
Show bags were some of the best value
Yeah.
lollies you
No,
could get.
trust me.
No, I
No.
used to calculate up the value of like what you could get in the show bag, in the Willy Wonka show
You
bag.
would always get some dog shit where you get like the inflatable hammer and then that takes up like $5.
Dude, we've used the inflatable hammers in like 5 Underdogs videos.
Yeah, you go to the Coles and you go to get the sale. They're going to expire. Get some donuts half price. You go get some Cadbury blocks. Nah, unbeatable.
Well, good for you, dude. I don't know how to argue with this because you bring up anything and Jordan's like, no, I just get the expired ones. Like, oh, what about milk? He's just like, no, I'll just get the off milk. We use the same one for 2 years.
It's cheaper.
You can't argue with this
Yeah.
man.
He has no sense of quality, so you can't win.
That's the thing, right? Because if we were back in the 1100s, everything we have is luxury.
Yeah, but we're fucking not, are we?
But they would love
But
it.
if we were, that's a good point,
Exactly.
actually. If
so
we were.
I'm actually top quality on everything.
Jordan, if I don't see you in an olden time full suit next week, I'm going to be very
Are
upset.
you gonna ride your fucking horse back to your house after the recording?
No.
Oh wow! Is that because we're not in the 1100s and you have a motor vehicle?
Exactly.
splurged.
But you might think, oh, my car's not that good. But in the 1100s, it's insane. So I'm really luxurious.
It's called like gratitude, right?
Gratitude. That's the number one value for happiness, I heard.
It makes sense to me.
Scientists, check it out.
So Peter, you must be miserable, mate.
Yeah, I'm cry every morning when I wake up and realize I'm not as optimal as Jordan.
What are you most grateful for?
My life.
All right,
That's
brilliant.
a good one.
I was actually thinking the other day,
Great topic.
I
Yeah.
am actually like super lucky, and I was thinking about that. I have like a gratitude journal at home. All
That's
jokes
good.
aside,
Yeah.
I am a
You write it
pretty-
down?
What's the word? Gratuitous person.
gratuitous.
Gratitude actually is, I have heard, the number one thing for happiness.
Grateful to Little Z for the shout outs.
Yes. Thanks, brother.
I don't want to be
he has
grateful for
to.
that anymore.
Yeah, no, this is
he
the
made
arc
us.
where everyone overtakes me and I'm left in the dirt from being too cocky.
got a long way to go, personally.
Got a few uploads to get
a
up.
few vids.
Yeah,
to pop
you've
up.
been working on something, haven't you, Jackson?
All weekend I was filming. All bloody weekend.
Any spoilers? Anything you got to share?
Nah, no spoilers because I
come
don't
on,
know what's
just
going to
Do it.
happen.
Tease it.
Tell me
Tease
where
it.
you went to film.
At my house, at a friend's house, in the park, and
What do you reckon it
think
is?
that's it.
A drug deal.
Are those all the
between
places
two
you had
friends.
sex?
Yes.
I just wanted an out of context clip of that.
Nice.
What? Oh, right.
Speaking of uploads, do you want to talk about the one we put up on the Underdogs Real Life channel on
Master
Saturday?
Chef?
The
Master
cooking
Chef?
challenge.
That's a classic.
Yeah, MasterChef Mystery Box. Who won? You
Me,
and Jordan?
again?
Not me. I know I didn't.
And I
Guys,
was just
come on.
on your team, so I
Yeah,
also
Jordan
lost.
and I won.
Yeah,
I
that's
think I
0
must
for
be the
2.
optimal. What's it called? Sous chef when you're the backup.
Yeah.
Sous chef, yeah.
Because I'm definitely not leading the charge on either of these cooking challenges.
Well, in the first one where you saved the cake, you actually did do it.
that's what I'm saying. I'm the optimal backup. I can fix anything.
And you saved this
Oh.
one with a sauce.
Exactly.
You just make some concoction that's like
Peter, will you give him the credit that he saved the dish?
I didn't.
Look,
they did like the sauce.
Look, I'm going to be honest here. I think if Zack was on my team, it would have been much worse than having Jordan because Zack actively botched yours.
I think that's what it is. I haven't had Zack on either one, and Zack just goes for something that you actually have a good idea for, but for some reason it doesn't work.
Zack aims high, you know, and I appreciate
Well,
that.
that's what I do with everything in life. And
You're
like
going to hit the
videos.
stars one day.
Yeah.
Aim for the
When-
moon, you might get the stars.
when
Exactly.
Zack
It's
wins-
the other way around.
Are you? And whatever you get, be happy for. Be
the
grateful
moon.
whatever you get, mate.
If you shoot for the stars, you might land on the moon, so that's pretty good anyway.
That's not what it is.
Isn't it? I thought
Isn't
it was.
it?
Yeah.
That sounds like a depressing one. Shoot for the stars, you'll slam into the moon and fall back down to
No,
Earth.
you
no.
land on the moon, not crash into the moon.
Pitbull said,
Oh, people said it.
if you slip, I'm going to fall on top of your girl.
Sorry?
Is that relevant?
Pitbull said that. No, he said, reach for the stars, because if you don't make it, you'll be on top of the world. But think about it, because if you slip, I'm going to fall on top of your girl.
What does that mean?
It's what he said. It means that he shoots for the stars
And commits
and then
sexual
at least he
assault.
gets on top of the world. And then if he's not on top of the world, he has sex with your girlfriend.
Why?
That's the strangest way of like asserting that like I'm gonna fuck your girl, I'm gonna fall on her.
Dude,
That's a bit weird, isn't it? It sounds like an accident almost.
Yeah,
yeah, it says just
local woman
assault.
killed by meteoric pit bull.
Yeah, literally.
They're like, dude, just random offshoot about Pitbull. What the fuck does he add to any song he's in? It's like cool hook, cool production, and then just fucking nonsense garbled crap for 3
Doesn't he-
minutes.
He raps, right?
Yeah.
I have no problem with Pitbull. I did not understand the Pitbull.
Timber.
Me too.
Okay, think about the songs that Pitbull are in.
Think about any song that any pop star's
No,
ever
no,
made.
there's the
They're
point.
all absolute El Crapo, and it's just for laughs.
Pitbull is the worst part of Pitbull songs.
What's a Pitbull song?
That's so
I
true.
Can't think of any.
Timber's one of them. It's going down. I'm yelling timber, and then Pitbull's like,
Yeah, people dance to that.
and
I
then
like that bit too.
Kodak's one.
That one's pretty funny, actually.
I don't know, Kodak.
I stand by. This is my opinion on Flowrider and Pitbull. They're the worst part of their
What
own
if they make a
songs.
song together? Surely they've done that.
Oh,
What happens then?
I need to listen to that.
Well, I don't know if it actually has happened, but
Oh,
if
shit.
it has,
This is a take I'll stand by. I think they have good production, good hooks, good songs, and then they come along and rap in their own song and ruin it.
oh, seems right to me. But I'm not really an expert.
I like
Thoughts?
Anyway, sorry, random. That was very
Okay,
random.
okay, guys. Now, obviously, we can only play 5 seconds of this, but this is Pitbull and Flowrider.
Here we go.
It's. Oh wait, there's one with 93 million views. Greenlight. Do we know this?
I don't
find
so
out.
far.
I think it'll play through.
This is awesome, dude.
Oh yeah.
It's meant to. Can you turn the Bluetooth up on the unit? Actually, Jar. I think that's the issue. Here we go.
Oh my god.
Oh shit. This
That's
is the
the
5
5
seconds we're
seconds.
taking. Oh, it's really loud.
Was that it? There we go.
What the?
Pitbull.
Yeah, sounds bad.
We don't know what Flow Rider did yet.
Red light,
What happened?
green light, everybody take a shot.
That sounds like
How does-
quite good fun.
I could write better lyrics in
You
fucking
can do
half
you can
an hour.
every step. I find it so frustrating. People pick out lyrics of songs. There's so many bad lyrics. Every song
You
has
say,
bad lyrics.
ready, set, go. We're drinking tonight. That's like the same vibe.
Yeah, perfect.
But he's not like a lyricist. It's just about feeling some good vibes.
That is true. You're not listening to it being like, damn, that spoke
yeah,
to me.
that's not the point. I guess.
Isn't he meant to be a rapper? Shouldn't he be a lyricist?
Yeah, but it's just about pumping up the vibe, right?
Yeah,
It's, you know, it
it's
is
a
what it
vibe
is.
check.
I don't think he's there like, I'm a modern day philosopher. All right, listen to this shit.
Rhymes Kodak with Kodak.
I'm so sorry for bringing this up.
But it
What
kind
were
of
we
leads
saying?
into
Cooking. Talking about that. I
Oh,
think
wait.
we're still talking about that, right?
real quick.
I actually did like what we. Oh yeah, go on.
You had an idea today, Peter, that I think we should see if people would like to see this, where the Underdogs make a diss track about a bunch of people that sort of volunteer on Twitter, and we'll produce it like audio.
Yeah. By a bunch of people, we mean mutuals, like people we can follow back. I'm sure that a lot of people in the comments would love us to make a diss track about them, but it needs to be our content creator so we know something about you.
Nah, not mutuals. Reply to this tweet, and then we'll get the verified ones because we don't follow anyone on that account.
Oh, no, we could just all put it on our own personals and get mutuals.
Oh,
Anyway,
that's
wants to get
that's
roasted?
good.
who wants to get roasted? And that'll be fun. So look forward to Zack's lyrical genius. Now he's
Yeah, he's
criticized other
talked
people.
down people.
It'll be
true.
better than fucking red light, green light. Let's take a shot.
All right, we'll literally compare it.
We'll have
Alright.
the good vibes though.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jordan will be the good vibe
I'll be the
part.
vibe.
Who do you want to roast? Who do you want to get in your verse?
Pitbull.
Please
If
reply.
Pitbull replies to our tweet, I'll go the fuck in.
Yeah. Who is our mutual? Like, who's
feel like-
someone in the Smash sphere that I would like to?
This is a bad thing to answer, right? Who do you want to roast?
Nah, me getting Alpharad would be funny though because people say that I
Oh,
copied
yeah.
him. and
I want
then-
Choctopus because he's not even that old, but I would just call him old. He's
looks
barely
old.
older than me. Yeah, because he doesn't have hair. It just makes you look older.
Oh.
I'm not going to know any of these people.
All right, nobody replied to Jackson.
Yeah, well, no one will. That's fine.
What you wouldn't? What about like a Smash player,
Yeah, I guess I know
You
like
get a top player.
the old school ones. But
Yeah.
Are they still playing?
like Esam?
I know Issa.
Yeah,
You could do
I
Esam.
could roast Mr. R. He's fallen off.
Oh,
Sorry, son.
come on, man.
I feel like you just did. You're like, I could roast him, and then you proceeded to do that.
I
That's
reckon,
just a
Jordan, you
taste.
stick to the good vibe. So we'll each do really hard verses. You bring the vibe up in like.
He used to
take
be
a
on
shot.
He used to be on top of the world. Then he slipped.
Fell on top of my bitch.
Yeah, Mr. R's currently back in my house. This is my house. Maddie!
What's happening?
Where are you, Ramen? I know you're in this house. Is that his name?
Yeah, ramen.
Like the noodle.
Yeah.
Don't think so.
Doesn't
his parents
does he
really
mean
loved it.
Min Min? This is the worst.
Yeah, let's
Okay, should we
move
go
on.
back to the cooking video?
Yeah, I do.
No. Just finish this off.
I think, Zach, you do go hard on it. And with making the big plays, you have made 2 big mistakes, but you're due for a big win.
I've made some good things too. Remember the caramel in the first cooking video?
Yeah.
That was good.
That worked
How
out
did you not
so
win
well.
with that?
It was
Because
like a
he put fucking 3 cups of baking soda in the
yeah. The
thing.
cake tasted like shit.
Oh.
It looked amazing. That one. I was very proud of
It
that.
tasted
go hard.
terrible.
This
So
one
I haven't
didn't
been on
even
your
look
team,
good.
Peter, yet for the
Yeah,
cooking.
I think next
Yeah.
time we need to try because the Jordan's 2 wins, Zach's 2 losses, so we
What's the
need to
biggest
break
force?
this up.
Yeah.
True.
Hopefully you're the best sous chef, Jordan. Jordan's trying to
Take
save
the
me as
lead.
I pour in a cup of
This is
baking
gonna be like
soda.
I'll be
pure
scooping
chaos.
stuff out. I was
Pure.
scooping salt out of them when you poured all the salt in the meatballs.
Yeah, if you did that when you're on my team, Peter, we would have won.
Yeah, true.
Our cake did rise very well. That's what I will say. It looked.
One of my favorite parts was me. I was giving Jordan instruction. I'm gonna go put this like breadcrumbs into the meatball mix, and Jordan just goes to pour the entire 1 kilo bag in, and then I just like take it off him like I'm taking something off a toddler. You're like, no, Jordan, don't do that. You need to put a little bit in. Oh man,
Those videos are really fun though.
yeah, those are fun, and they were one of my favorite ones to watch back from my own like perspective of being in it. They're really good.
I actually enjoyed our meatballs. I ate like 8 of them.
Oh,
after-
really?
Yeah.
Too salty for me, but they were
Oh
not
my
bad.
god, everything was literally inedible. You can't tell. I guess you can tell from the reactions of the judges, but it was some of the worst food I've ever tasted.
But
in
see,
my
I've
life.
kept my standards low throughout life.
He's
The
grateful.
meatballs were unbelievable.
Fuck, these are nice.
Better than the off-brand expired ones.
Yeah, better than that stuff I found on the side of the road the other day. Oh, wow.
I feel like I may have said this in the video, but I described ours as it tasted like a fart.
Why did it do that? Was it
don't
the
know.
onion powder? You put a lot of onion powder in.
Yeah, watching back, put a lot of onion powder. I think we put in too much curry powder. I'm a sucker for some powders.
You like putting a lot of things in. I think you've never made the mistake of doing too little of anything.
Well, maybe I will next time. Empty plate, people will probably like it more than my shit.
Well, yeah, because you're just like baking soda, curry powder, onion powder, oil. It's always a more is more kind of guy. You know what I
I
mean?
had so much oil.
Pretty young.
But
Yeah.
you just need to put so much of everything in, and then it'll all balance. You just have a lot of food.
You leave for 1 second, then you come back and there's a big pool of oil in the middle. And I remember you just saying like, "What the fuck happened to the mixture?" So we've done mystery box. We've done without a recipe. Are there any other challenges we do? What about
Cooking drunk.
recreating or drunk?
Recreating drunk.
I feel like we get drunk too often on the channel, don't
Yeah, maybe a little
It's
bit.
only been once, hasn't
we?
it?
No, we got fear pong. We got
Oh,
all the
Mario Kart.
ones.
By the way, guys, when we
yeah.
hit 500 patrons, we're going to do an extra long drunk stream.
True, we should think of other
video podcast. Everyone will get to see
Well,
it.
maybe if they legalized more stuff, we could mix it up a bit.
No, that would be a good video.
Yeah, we're doing it all off camera already. Couple lines before each video. Why can't we just make it the punishment?
Yeah, can
I'm
they
here
hurry up and
snort-
legalize crystal meth for our next video?
I don't rate the drunk cooking challenge. I think we should do. What was that other thing I just said?
Recreating.
Like the croque and bouche or making macaroons or like we're trying to get as close to an objective as possible.
Yeah,
And
We
that
should just try and get as
Oh.
close to a nice meal as possible for a change.
No, I like that. I like that.
Jackson just wants to actually eat the food at the end
Yeah,
of
I
the
always get
recording.
excited and then I always suck inedible. Same with the cake.
Bro, what did you do to stop yours from being inedible?
Well, I tried to take all the oil out, but it wouldn't work.
What you need to
Whoops.
do when you're partnered with Zach is you need to hold him back, you know?
The damage control.
Let Zach put like 10% of his effort in and it might come out good.
I think
You
just set him
just
up on
said
a
you were
different
holding
pot.
Jordan back, so me and Jordan on a team. He
I
was like
can't wait.
both adding as many ingredients as we can.
1 kilo of flour? Yes, please. Just
It's
pouring
like
it in.
crosscuts, curry powder, oil.
If we lose that one, Jackson,
I
have
think we don't
no
shop
faith.
again. Like, we're done.
I think I might leave the group if we
Yeah.
lose. There's no way we lose.
Yeah, we'll recreate one of the how fancy looking Michelin star dishes or something like
Yes.
that.
Oh, that sounds
Yeah,
so
leave
funny.
a comment on the pod of what dish we should recreate. What's an iconic thing that we could try and make?
Oh, an iconic dish. That's a good idea.
Yeah, like something that's a classic.
What's one that comes to your head? Quick.
Burgers.
Gordon Ramsay's burgers.
We could do
Yeah.
like a specific type of burger. Or
The
something, but-
Ratatouille from Ratatouille.
Oh,
That's pretty
Yeah.
good.
Isn't that
Great,
That's a
great.
meal.
Could we like hire some
I
mice
thought
for
it was
that?
just a rat.
You okay?
I haven't seen it.
Clearly.
What's he do?
Ratatouille is a
It's
meal,
dish. Did you know that?
and the
No.
movie's about a rat, so it's a pun. And the movie's about a.
I thought it was
Cooking
just like his
rat.
name.
you should watch that movie. It's really good, actually.
It's actually one of those movies that are better to go back as an adult
Yeah, for
than
sure.
some kids' movies. Some kids' movies don't hold up as an adult. That
Oh,
one was actually
Ratatouille
good.
does?
Yeah.
Why
It's like,
don't
you know,
wanna watch
Shrek.
it?
I just don't like watching fake stuff.
You know rats are real, right?
Oh, I don't know.
What is this little creature?
I
Oh,
like
you
that
know, like
weird.
fiction.
Yeah, like I'm more, the only thing that I've been loving recently is Narcos,
Narcos.
but that's because it's based on something that happened.
Right.
What you doing drugs?
Is that why you're playing
Yeah,
Fortnite?
yeah.
So sci-fi.
Jordan's like, we get drunk too often. Why can't we do what they do in Narcos?
No, I'm
Yeah,
just
I don't
thinking,
know,
why do
that's
you play
weird.
video games if you only like things that are real?
Well, video game, it's not about the characters; it's just about trying to win.
It's
Sometimes it is.
real fun.
Oh wait, so you only play competitive games. You don't actually play any games.
I'm not like
Okay.
enjoying like a story of I don't know a blob that eats cakes.
Clearly, you're not.
Yeah, haven't been
Playing
doing
many
that.
story games.
Jordan, I think you say these statements like a lot of people will agree with you. When you're like, I only eat expired food. Like, come on, guys. And you say like, oh, I ain't playing any game about a blob. And there's so many people that are like, I loved Kirby Star Allies. And you're like, oh my God, not even
No,
real.
I know that people like movies. Clearly, there's a lot of them.
Yeah.
Guys, that's the measure of people like things. There's a lot of them.
Actually, can we move on to my question because it's somewhat related?
Please.
What if we? Should we get rid of
Wait,
TVs?
we haven't done the intro.
Oh, here it is. The question.
It's the Puppet One question of the week. Ba-dum-bum.
Yeah, should we get rid of TVs?
No.
They don't do too much, do they? What if
What do you
there were
mean?
no TVs? Is the world way better?
Wouldn't
Yes,
you just use
but-
your computer monitor then?
Nah, turn it off.
I
So
think
you can't have
Jordan's
that
saying
either.
delete screens. What if we never invented screens?
You're unemployed now.
Yeah, but what's my job good for?
Entertaining
Great
people.
question. No, nothing. Absolutely nothing.
Oh, sorry.
Unsubscribed.
Jordan, what classical entertainment job are you choosing? YouTube's gone, but you're still an entertainer.
That's the whole point. I'm not an entertainer. But yeah, okay.
No, but yeah.
Okay.
Are you
So,
stand-up, dancer,
I'm entertaining.
singer?
Maybe I just, as people are doing their jobs, their actual jobs, I'm there and
You're
I'm
a
saying,
jester.
oh, that's pretty funny.
I was also thinking Jester.
Yeah, you're
So
a jester.
I could be a jester at like NASA. Because they probably get quite bored.
Yeah, they're sick of being smart. They're like, let's look at Jordan for a minute.
No, you know how we were talking about how Jordan's the funniest at like completely random moments when
Oh,
you're not
yeah.
That's why
trying.
I'm positioning myself
Yeah.
in a scenario where there's a lot of stuff.
Yeah. So you're in NASA and you don't say anything for like a full hour. Then you have one comment that cracks the whole team up,
Can we have a
gets the
demo?
morale up.
If we all work at NASA,
Whoa, what button was that? What if like me and Jackson are like having a NASA conversation,
Yeah.
and then Jordan, what would you say here? All right, so I've done the calculations on the lunar landing.
Yep.
And I was thinking that we should probably change the trajectory by 6.7 degrees to
I
lower
agree.
fuel consumption.
I agree. Send 2 into space for me.
Yeah, I think so.
But
Send
if
3.
you don't change it, maybe we'll find a new planet.
Holy shit, guys!
mate. We love you. We love you here, mate. You bloody crack us up.
Thanks,
The
everyone.
fucking Jester.
We're looking to
walk
go
off
to
with my
Mars,
bells.
but there's a habitable planet right next to the moon that we've never even thought
We should
of
just send some
finding.
more stuff off that we
That
don't
felt
calculate
so real.
for.
He was over my shoulder, like chiming in with a little funny comment.
You're over this massive blueprint, and Jordan's just like, oh, but we don't.
That would be a good job. Yeah, just a bit of levity in the office. I feel like that'd add productivity quite a lot.
That's not a
Exactly.
current job, though, but I do like it a lot.
It's an old school
inventing new
job,
job.
right?
Yeah.
Being a jester.
Do you think you would be like a stand-up, Jackson?
What? If,
you have
No.
to be an entertainer, but you can't do anything screen-related.
yeah, then that's probably what I would do.
Yeah.
I think that's what I'd pursue. Yeah. Peter?
I'd definitely be a circus performer.
Oh,
I've thought this one through.
Did
Yeah,
you ever
that's
do that
good.
as a kid? The circus?
No, I did gymnastics, and that's like
Similar.
acrobatics.
You don't remember
acrobatics.
from his quiz that he wanted to be a
I
circus
wanted to be-
performer?
Okay, yeah, I
Yeah.
was thinking of something near that.
I wanted to be a tumbling clown for a good couple years, like year 1.
Yeah.
I think deep down you still do.
Oh, I do.
That was a very quick answer you gave.
Oh, I'm too old now, which is quite depressing, but you know, I would have liked to do it.
True, gymnasts are like 15, aren't they?
Yeah, it's fucked up. Dude,
Dang.
like people who get the medals in diving, they're like 12.
Yeah,
It's
the Olympics.
crazy.
Wait, really?
Yeah, they're like, there's people who
You're
win
more
gold medals
elastic.
who are like 14 and stuff. It's insane.
Is that because you actually are more flexible?
Yeah, right? You're
yeah,
more
and
flexible.
you spin faster.
It's mostly because you spin faster.
Oh, because you're...
There's less drag.
Oh.
No, it's the size of
Yeah,
a
the
lever.
size of a lever.
Oh, is that what you're about to say?
Yeah, I was
mate?
about to.
Yeah.
What would
As
you
in
be,
like,
Zack?
yeah.
Oh, well,
I'll
first-
spay the physics.
I just want to hear your stand-up set, Jason.
Oh,
First.
You're
no,
doing improv,
no, I'm joking.
I haven't got one
gonna-
ready.
You
That
do.
would be hard to do stand-up. Do you
Yeah.
want to do stand-up?
Yeah, I did a lot a while ago.
You'd
and
have
I
to be
was
very
like,
confident.
yeah. I
Hey,
feel like I
Jordan,
could
do
pretend.
you want my stand-up routine?
Yeah, go on.
For our audio
nice.
I
listeners,
stood up.
Yeah, Peter stood
Peter
up.
just stood up.
Thanks for the laugh track, because
I
nobody else is
would
fucking
be-
doing it, were they?
I was waiting for you to do a joke. That's on me.
I think I would be a musician.
Oh,
In
yeah.
Yes,
fact, to go
yes.
one step further, I think I would attempt, probably be very bad at it, but I'd attempt to be a comedy musician. Like Tim
Bo
Minchin,
Burnham.
Tim Minchin, Bo Burnham,
Yeah.
those guys, because I love
Mitchell.
that sort of
I
thing.
love his stuff.
I saw him live at Splendor.
Oh, really?
But no one I didn't even want to say it because I felt like I'd get judged for going to him instead of one of like the big
Nah,
acts.
he's amazing.
So I just went off by myself, and I wasn't
It's just
always
you.
like, "Oh, I'm so hyped for Tim Minchin." But no, he was really good.
Yeah.
But then I feel like no one really knows him.
It's a weird place to perform for Tim Mitchin. But anyway.
Yeah,
I feel
exactly.
like.
Very strange. But I feel so validated that you've jumped in with
You're
some
welcome.
appreciation there.
Yeah, I love him. He's a Perth guy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's awesome.
No wonder no one in our audience knows who the fuck we're talking
Yeah,
about.
I'd be
I'll give it a
surprised.
cheeky Google.
Yeah, no. I mean, he's pretty big, though. That's a joke.
I
He
think-
might be an Australian. Like,
I think you
more
would like some of his
celebrity.
songs, Peter. He's very like anti-Christian, and we know that's what you like. No, but like.
Peter, as someone who hates God and wants to go up to heaven and kill him.
Okay, so as an example, I feel like you're quite a realist, and he does this song about how someone's
not
like,
real.
he does a whole song.
You're a realist, so he does this whole song.
Religion's not real.
Oh yeah.
Oh no.
Oh, sorry. I can say what I believe though. I don't believe.
Don't
that
say it as a
it's
fact
real.
like you did.
Sorry. Yeah, that's where I
You
went
have
wrong.
the right opinion, so you can appreciate this.
But he does
no.
a song that's like entirely about how this guy he knows called Sam was like, oh, my mum had cataracts, and then she like went back to the eye doctor the next week, and they were gone. It must have been a miracle. And then he was just like listing off a whole bunch of reasons as to like why they
that's
could
his
have just
best
like
song, I reckon.
misdiagnosed it, and it's like it's really good lyricism, and it's like, yeah, I love that song. It's
It's like
called
Pitbull if you're into that kind of
called
thing.
"Thank You God" by Tim Minchin. Give
Check
it a
it out.
listen.
That's how
I will
recommended.
He's
listen
just
to that.
he's saying like, "Thank you God for fixing the cataracts," and it's just like in a funny way, but then he goes on and just says like all this other shit that God could be doing, but instead he fixes the cataracts of Sam's mum.
That's
Shout
funny.
outs.
So like, I feel like you would like. some of this stuff.
I'll get to it after I finish Pitbull's discography, but
Yeah.
then I'll get to it.
I want to
got
hear
quite
what's
a way.
after taking a shot in red light, green light. Where do we go from there? Do we slip and fall on a bitch?
I think he may repeat red light, green light at least 30 times in that song.
Does he have a call? You know, these rappers have like, it's like a bird call.
Yeah,
Mr.
Mr. Worldwide.
Oh, yeah. DJ Khaled.
Also, Mr. 305 as well.
Dude,
Is that
I
him?
might start
What's
doing that in
305?
Underdogs videos.
Is that where he's
Have
from?
it calling.
Yeah, my God. It's
What's
just like,
yours?
Mr. Flip.
No, it's Mr. Hype, dude.
Oh, sorry.
No. Oh, sorry.
No!
That's Zack's.
Wait, you were going to say something.
No, I was going to do something like Mr. Hype, but then I realized it was really cringe, so I didn't.
I think you should be
Like he didn't do that.
You
That'd
should
have
be
been
like-
weird.
P Flip. I think P Flip's pretty good.
P Flippy! Yeah, I might just chuck that into the next Underdogs recording we
Yo,
do.
P Flip on the tracks. Like that.
True, people don't do that much in YouTube,
No, but
do
it's
they?
not on the tracks, it's on the controller.
Oh.
You're now watching P Flippy on the gamepad.
On the con-
Little Z on the GC.
Me? I'm not watching this shit. Clicks off. It's 1 minute of just you two yelling random catchphrases.
Well, you got Try the Salami.
oh, I'm
you're
back
kinda
in.
sorted.
That's a
Back
good
in.
one.
I'm back on now. What's yours?
Oh, I don't know. Hey.
Maybe you should be Mr. Salami.
Mr. Salami.
And then it's like Try the Salami
That's
is your
good.
other
Try
phrase.
me.
Yeah, that's kind of. I don't like the implication of try my salami
No,
instead of try the salami.
But now I'm salami. So
Yeah.
it kind
I
of
I feel
makes
like
it a bit.
mine kind of already is. Because you have like big something rappers like
Yeah.
big
Little Z.
what's a
True.
rapper that's like
Well,
big,
they have like
big
little
something?
pump.
Big
There's
Sean.
already little
Yeah.
people.
Big Sean.
There's lots of
Little
Lils.
Z. Like I could just chuck that into a
Maybe
track.
Lil Z.
Why are there so many
Lil.
Lils?
Lil Z.
Where'd they
Yeah.
come from?
Where are there so many littles?
I think it's just the opposite of big.
Well, yeah, but
Gotcha.
there's no big. Is there?
Big
Yeah.
Sean.
Oh,
You sound like a bit of an asshole if you're big.
Notorious
So you're
big.
little. You're humble.
Lil Pump is humble. Yeah, he's cool.
Yeah, he's super humble in his songs, I think. 100 on my wrist or whatever it is.
Is there a single rapper that is humble?
Yeah,
Well,
surely.
there's heaps of rappers that don't rap.
Actually,
about,
Kanye
so-
has some songs where he's quite humble in them.
I was going to
Does
say,
he?
it
You
depends
know
on
what?
the
What's the
song.
one where he's like, "I thank God" or something? The one that's
I don't know enough about Kanye.
What about Post Malone?
It depends on the song.
He's
I
I
like-
think.
guess it depends on the song.
I was thinking congratulations, but that's kind of like
No, that's the opposite.
everyone. Yeah,
almost,
it is the opposite.
Isn't everyone wishing him congratulations?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no one has. I want a really humble song.
I think
and
most
it's
of the
all the
religious
lyrics are
songs
just
would
like
be humble.
the fans are what make me. You're the only reason I'm famous. I got this money, but I give it back to the people and like all that
You should
sort of
make
thing.
this.
I
Song.
want this one where they just thank the ghostwriters.
That's good. Shout outs to Tim for writing this.
Surely rappers don't have ghostwriters.
Yes, they surely
surely
do.
some.
Pop
Definite.
artists do, but do rappers?
Yes.
A lot of rappers.
Not the good
who-
ones though.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, probably. not.
Even the good ones.
I think if you make
What's
it to a
the-
certain size, it's almost
Who's
inevitable.
a good one?
No, a lot of the
well, the
good
people
ones
that
you're
I would
right,
say
yeah.
their lyricism is like very good is like I like Kanye and Eminem and
Yeah, they would do all
Like-
their stuff.
yeah, well that's what I meant.
But I think, like, I know
Post Malone wouldn't, maybe.
Nicki Minaj doesn't.
oh yeah.
So, yeah.
I said the good one.
Well, put some respect on Nicki's name.
Do you think a ghostwriter did WAP for Cardi B? Or you reckon she did that?
I don't know.
It's
I have
like
no
so
idea.
stupid that I feel like she would.
Do you guys care about that if you find out your favorite artist as a ghostwriter?
No,
nah, not
not
if
at
it's a
all.
bop.
Yeah.
And WAP is a bop.
Bop is a bop. Do you
It's a
care?
bop. I think I would if it was like, yeah. But I think they wouldn't be like Kanye's. You just wouldn't be.
Would you
If
be-
it's like
you'd
a
be
really
heartbroken. I
him
feel like-
talking to you about something.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
But what if you got someone in to help him write it?
Oh, he probably does. Yeah,
Yeah.
surely. That's
So,
fine.
Does that bother you? No.
Nah.
I'm gonna need someone to help me write this diss track we're setting up for.
I'm looking forward to this so much. I know, like, I always come to you guys with these video ideas that I think would be super fun.
Yeah.
I never get a lot of bites on them. I'm gonna be honest.
What's
here.
an example of one?
I'm biting on this big time.
What was the last one I did that we just completely rejected? The roast. The
Oh,
Underdogs
the
roast.
roast. Where we're going to roast each other.
Yeah, and nobody wanted to do it except me.
Yeah, it was a bit weird. Oh, and the boxing. You wanted to do
But yeah,
boxing?
fine. See, I always have these ideas that nobody wants to do them.
I don't want a concussion.
Well, one of them's gonna hurt my face, and the other's gonna hurt my
I'll
feelings.
wear punching gloves.
You will get a concussion, surely. Someone
Maybe
will.
you will, because I'm gonna win.
Yeah, that's why I'm worried.
All right. Well,
that's
nobody wants to do my ideas, basically.
It's a hype idea, but I'll keep my face intact for like the first year, and then we'll start with the really painful.
Isn't that
shit
what
stuff.
YouTubers eventually just turn into boxes
Yeah.
anyway?
Yeah,
Apparently.
no, I was talking about this yesterday with Sophie. I said, hey, Sophie, when my YouTube fizzles, or more, should I become a fighter or a singer?
Yeah.
And
That's
she
the two
said,
ways
well, I
to
heard
go.
your diss tracks, so you're probably a fighter.
Yeah.
No, no.
She should get on the diss tracks, apparently.
Peter's diss tracks are always great.
Thanks, man.
Always really good. I struggle with coming up with like original lyrics. I am a fiend for a good parody, though, as you've probably
You are
seen in
a bit of a
100
parody.
musical
Yeah.
masterpieces. Original, rhythm. Original rhythm is very hard for me to do, though.
Bit of
Like,
flow.
like with a beat, yeah. I that being said, I've tried freestyling on many occasions, and I think I've gotten like better than your average person at freestyling. Do I have a beat on there, Jar? No, I'm not going to do this.
Nah,
to
I'm going to
myself,
be right
actually.
here, boy.
Well, I don't have anything to freestyle about.
Bananas.
I always need a topic.
Perfect. You hate them, so you
Okay,
have a
go
strong
on.
emotion
Yeah.
about them. It should be easy.
Brum, 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 brum. Brum, 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 brum. Boom, 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 boom.
Hey, bananas, I say nana. If you offer me that, I say no thanks. It's got a curve, it's the worst. I don't deserve to eat a banana because it'll make me throw up. And then I'll be down to the toilet. It's gonna be brown and it's gonna be. That's
Why are you
it.
talking about shit already?
That's where every time I freestyle, it turns into
turns
talking
into
about
toilet.
shitting.
Interesting.
No, I'm not joking. That's happened on multiple occasions. Can we take a quick break? I really need to go.
Do you actually?
No, I don't know.
It's got shit on the brain. No, I had like at least 2 weeks where I was in the shower and I was like, freestyle would be a cool skill, and I'd try in the shower, but it didn't really come to fruition.
You know what is my hardest, like my worst thing that I do with freestyling? I like put all this emphasis on a word that's got the shittest rhyme. Like I think then I was like toilet, and then I was like, I mean, if I was sitting in a room, I could think of a good rhyme for toilet. But if I'm freestyling,
Oh,
why don't
yeah.
I just say cat?
Yeah.
That's
Like,
true.
I'd rather feed it to my cat, and then I can.
Uh-oh.
Fuck.
he was going to
Okay.
say shat. He was going to go back to the fucking poo jokes again.
Oh no, I think I used to be better.
That's right.
Freestyle.
Going downhill, yeah.
We'll get practicing for this Underdogs video.
I think if I can write my lyrics for this diss track, it's gonna be good.
Oh, you definitely can. I'm not going to ask you to freestyle it.
Someone give me a rhyme for alpha rad.
Bad.
Ooh.
Not a Chad.
Yeah,
Alpha
Chad,
Rad
Chad.
is not a chat. I'm coming for you, Jacob.
He's waking up to hearing that one.
Alpha Rad is not a Chad. He's really bad, and that is that. Who said I was bad at freestyling?
Oh, tell us. Talk to him, Zach.
Jesus.
Dude, we got to do that. Oh, no.
Yeah,
Good.
everyone
yeah, the
has a
people in the
turn.
back. Yeah.
How many people can you have doing the Oh, there's a word for it, but it's when you're like, yeah.
Oh, the
Uh-huh.
Is it the ad lib? What's
Yeah,
it
it's
called?
ad lib.
Oh,
Yeah,
ad-libbing,
yeah.
right.
Ad libs.
Sorry,
It's like,
didn't know what you were talking
yeah.
about.
Uh-huh.
Hey.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Uh-huh. Oh, yeah.
It's just the whole
Any more
podcast.
examples?
Ad libs.
Yo. And you know how I talk about people not being on board with my videos?
Yeah.
I've got you on board, but these guys are fucking they are so not excited for this. I've never seen
For
two
what?
people less keen.
diss track.
For the diss track
I'm
video.
fine. I'm excited for that.
I think Jackson's rap is going to change the meta of,
Yeah, it's-
watch
of
out.
rap
It'll be
It's
itself.
got to be backwards.
No,
or
I'm
something.
excited. I like writing, so they'll find that fun.
Jordan will crack up during his at his own jokes, and
I re-
Jackson will just be like, "I feel like you're gonna be low effort, but in a cool way."
Oh, hopefully.
You know, like mumble rap, like
Oh, mumble rap.
Yeah.
that's
Oh yeah,
me.
true. I should do that. Mumble rap. I don't need to write
Don't need
anything.
to write any words.
"Hey Sam, huh? I can't hear."
Bald.
Oh, no.
Oh, we took a turn here.
No, that one I am excited. And also for the record, I would do boxing. So
Would you?
We're
Oh,
one
he's
a-
got the reach. Jackson's ready.
We're one-
He ain't getting touched. He's
one
sitting
away.
back.
Are we punching you in the dick, Jackson?
That is against the rules. Just
That's
so
the only
we
thing
know.
I can reach.
Oh no.
please don't punch me in the
Is that why your girlfriend's so much shorter than you?
Yeah.
Yeah, nice.
She could punch me in the dick.
I really think she can reach, fellas. Am I right?
I feel like we were talking about something before we got this off topic.
Something a bit different to punching dicks.
You rapped about toilets.
Yeah, that's-
And then
no
This all
coming back
somehow
from that.
came from me asking if we should have TVs. I don't know.
Wow.
How.
Oh, that's right.
Yes.
the tangent.
Yes is the
So
answer.
why- yes.
why no?
Well, I just think of all the effort that gets put into TV stuff, movies, blah blah blah. Imagine it was all something else.
Like what?
Like I think we'd be on different planets.
You think TVs are holding us
Not
back
if you're
from
the one
saying
in
might be.
NASA.
They might be holding us
Yeah,
back.
all the guys would be too distracted
Well, to
with your
think of
quibs at
resource
NASA.
management of the humans
Yeah.
and percentage wise,
Yeah.
it's a bit weird. The percents are going in all weird spots.
We put all our skill points
TV's a
into
lot of
fucking
it.
TikTok and it's not
That's
getting us
what I'm
anywhere.
saying.
We've branched too far into the social media tree and we're like,
Yeah.
there's like the space exploration that's got one branch that says moon. And there's all these other
Other
galaxies
ones,
and
yeah.
then it's like the other side, it's like, oh, TikTok.
And I watch TV so much. Like sometimes it's like, okay,
What would you do
4
instead?
or 5 hours of watching TV.
Do it. Here we go. You try it for a week. and
I
let us
won't
know how
watch
it
any
goes.
TV.
Yeah.
Holly
Yeah,
might be pissed.
That's the thing. The thing is, Jordan, right? Like, why don't you just, if you think it's so useful, why don't you just do it?
No, but the people making TV as well.
Yeah, but like, if you think it could be so much more productive than just what the thing is, the problem with this, what are you going to do with the spare time? Are you actually going to do something productive, or are you going to find a new way to waste your time?
He's not talking about himself. He's saying the people that make stuff for TV.
Yeah, but they're just going to make something else.
Yeah, he's saying we go to the moon with that. Or the
Yeah, but they're not
Jupiter.
going to do that because they
Well,
don't have that skill set.
We don't
No,
know
but they
yet.
could learn it. If you could
Steven
make
Spielberg
TVs,
rocks
you
up to NASA. There's like,
imagine
what
the
the fuck?
creativity that could be put into.
But like you think about a lot of people in TV have a skill set that doesn't really apply to going to the
Yeah, that's
moon.
what I'm saying.
No, but they
yeah.
could just learn it.
No, you know what, Jordan? If we didn't have TVs, we'd just have a massively large population. And we'd probably have the means to like build enough houses and food for it. But
No,
I
I'm
reckon if no one had anything to do in their spare time, they'd just start fucking way more.
Ooh,
and I think
true.
we've created a lot of like incels and basement dwellers that will probably never have kids. God, this took a bit of a dark turn.
I think we need more kids.
No, we don't.
Yeah, we do.
We need
I
less
know,
population.
we need to stop.
No, Elon said. I was listening
if
to a
Elon said
podcast.
it.
He said it's a misconception back from the 70s. At the moment, our population's a bit backwards.
Whew,
We need
and
more kids.
That was a long time ago.
Nice. No, cut that shit. Cut that shit out.
But yeah, most of us are old or something.
All right, Jordan, I've got a question for you.
Now I'm lost. What were we
Why
talking
don't
about?
you start putting the hours you put into being good at Smash Bros into becoming a doctor?
Well, you'd get there pretty quick.
I have this thing called YouTube and I'm lazy.
Okay. So
I'd
but
rather
you're
do
just
that.
saying these people can just learn to be NASA engineers. Why don't you just learn that?
Because there's other things.
No, but it'd be better to be a doctor. You make more money than YouTube in the long term.
Exactly. But there's a way out and I'm lazy. So if you got rid of all the lazy things and all you could be as a doctor, I'm in.
But then will we just have too many doctors?
You would just go and
Everyone
roll
would be
around in a
fixed.
paddock if there was nothing better to do. What my point is, you're not going to do something productive just because we remove screens.
I'll try it. No TV.
All right.
Maybe. Unless Holly wants to.
There's no way you're doing
You're not
that.
doing
We'll
this.
see. Just for a week. For a week.
Unless Holly
Remember when we
wants to.
used to do
I'll be
the
back.
weekly life-changing
I love
things?
those.
Oh, I'm not jumping in on no TV, but I do enjoy a good try something for a week and see if
What
it
have you
changes
got
your
for us?
life.
Should we bring it back?
What was your favorite one that we ever did? I think
Favorite one? The funniest one was cold showers. The biggest stark difference to me was the cold shower.
That
mine
shit
is
sucked.
mine is early wake-ups.
Early wake
I like
ups
that
is
one.
good, but Peter can't really.
Did we ever do one with phone usage or something?
Oh, you couldn't check your phone in the morning when you got up.
That
I
was
feel like
good.
We did that. That was easy.
Although I just had 2 weeks without my phone after that, which was just so much more
Yeah.
intense.
What would you do?
Good.
Oh, you're getting rid of screens.
Okay, for this next week, I'm going to watch no YouTube or TV. Unless it's like...
Oh, but I'm releasing a video.
I'm
tonight.
actually posting a video too, so
Sorry, fellas.
I'll wait a week.
I'll see what happens.
Okay.
All right, that sounds good. So no, like you can use screens for like working and stuff and like social
Yeah.
media.
No
but
recreational screens.
No,
No-
recreational screens.
No
Yep.
watching.
Yep.
I think just no watching.
Jordan's like, I'm just doing market research on the YouTube. it's
Check out the
work.
competitors,
It's
I
work.
swear.
Do you want something? Do you want us to give you something, Zach? What do
No.
you don't want
I
to
don't
do
wanna
this?
do it.
He's
Change
going
your
on
life?
Oh,
holidays.
you know what?
you're
I
going
won't
away.
watch any TV for the next 2 weeks because I'll be
New Zealand.
snowboarding.
That's
Oh,
easy, isn't it?
sweet.
And we're how's this, right? The night we get to New Zealand, there is a pub crawl organized by the hostel we're staying at,
Nice.
and they do it like once a month, and it happens to be the night we get in.
That's
so
pretty
we're
fun.
getting straight into it.
That's sick.
Yeah, so that should be fun. Maybe make a few friends, and then can snowboard, or if there's just people to do stuff
Are
with.
you a make friends on a holiday kind of guy?
Well, that's what we're going for this time, because the hostel's got like it's separate rooms, so we get a room to ourselves, but it's like a group community vibe,
Yeah.
which I haven't really been a make friends on holiday guy before, because I usually go with my family, or I went away with a few mates, or I went away with Maddie.
Yeah.
But this time it's like, yeah, okay.
I feel like you have to travel alone to really get that make friends experience. You know what I mean?
Although this sounds like
A
it could
couple
be
who
like
could
that.
work.
yeah,
yeah.
it will be, but
But then it's also like
you always have
fine
the
if-
retreat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%. I don't know. That doesn't really interest me making a friend on a holiday. You never see them again.
I used to
then
do it
it's
all
like-
the time at camping sites, and you'd be playing Spotlight with
Oh,
other
when I was
kids
a
and
kid,
stuff.
for
Yeah,
sure. That's different though.
You can just also not hang out with them if you want.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
It's like it's having the option.
no, but then if they get your number or the details, and they're like, I want to hang out, and you're like, oh,
One of
They're
our
like,
good
can
friends.
you promote my shirt brand?
Oh, God.
That question from last week about people wanting you just for
Yeah.
your popularity.
One of our good friends met their like longtime partner on a holiday, so you don't bash it.
There you go.
You
All
can
right.
make meaningful connections. Not saying you need a new partner or anything, but you can make a good friend.
you could find one.
Shout outs to Amy from the Sonic cosplay sketch.
Yeah, that's our
Oh,
friend who.
that's
Yeah,
who met their partner on
Or
holiday.
her actual name, Sarah, from the Who's That Pokemon quiz. Both great little Z videos. But
Watch them.
yeah, I'm super excited. I have not packed at all, which we were talking about last week.
Yeah,
You
you
were
said
saying
you were kinda
I
packed.
said I was going to be all packed. I'm not
You're probably
packed.
watching TV though. How much TV did you watch? Bet you could have packed in that time.
Too much. How long have we been going for, Jared?
We're gone for just an hour now.
I
Just
reckon
an hour.
we call it there.
Done
No,
a
you know
great
what?
job.
So what? I'm going to New Zealand, but I have one more little story to talk about.
Bonus.
And it was the Nuzlocke that me and Maddie have been doing for like
Pokemon.
6 months now. In 6 months, we've done 4 streams, I want to say. Maybe 5.
Similar to Jolly Games.
So all of Maddie's Pokemon have just died. That's where we're at.
What happens now?
Her entire
start again.
party got swept by a Lucario because we went to the fighting gym and she had a Kadabra and she was destroying everything. These Machokes were dying in one hit. Easy, easy, easy. Sends out the Lucario. Does that look like a steel type to you?
Yes.
No.
No.
Oh, right. To the eye.
Yeah, to
Yeah,
like
yeah,
To
yeah.
the untrained eye.
yeah,
I think
you
we went
know,
to an expert
like
like me.
Maddie has 0 experience.
Yeah.
And then she's like, so I think her Kadabra died, or she swapped it out. Her Golbat is lining up a Poison Fang, and I'm just like sitting in my chair. I gave myself the rule that I couldn't help her during battles.
Yeah.
And I was just like, don't do it. Don't do it. And she Poison Fangs, and her Golbat, which like 4 times resists the fighting, is like the next thing to die.
Yep.
And that was meant to be one of the carries. And I was like, oh. So now we're in the position, and then her whole team got swept. Because like she couldn't one hit KO it.
Oh, and the worst part is using Drain Punch and just heal. Every time you feed,
Yeah, that's
it
right.
gets healed
Oh,
again.
wow.
It's not good. You can't even chip it down.
What Pokemon game is this?
Sorry,
Brilliant
Diamond.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So, which was relevant when we started the Nuzlocke. But yeah, that was the problem because she kept swapping out because she didn't know what would be best. But by doing that, it kept healing back up.
Yeah.
So the psychics that she hit earlier were like useless. Anyway, I won't bore you with the details, but she lost all 6 Pokemon. So now we're in the boat of like she's got like 3 things in the box, and like we're not going with the rule of like it ends the run. So we're gonna try and train up the last 3 things, see if she can get any further. Otherwise, like she's gonna make a good video anyway. It's like I forced my girlfriend to do a
Yeah.
Pokemon Nuzlocke
Yeah.
as her first
Yeah.
playthrough. Like there's already heaps of content, so that should be a long fucking edit. That's what it'll be.
Yeah, I was gonna say you're
6
probably
months.
probably relieved that it's over if you do lose.
Nah, it's been fun, but yeah, it's also like sitting there, and it's quite hard to be in the back seat when she's making some of these
Oh, I
plays,
love
but
it.
also
I
very
love laughing
funny.
At him. It's so fun.
Like,
I am the worst backseat gamer.
Oh, I'm the
Brooke get
biggest
into Pokemon
backseat.
recently?
Huh?
Didn't your girlfriend get into
Yeah,
it?
she was playing Arceus.
But like,
Arceus.
you would have been. Have you been
Are you
helping her? Or
chiming
she's
in?
just.
I try not to. I just like once something happens, I'll be like, that happened because of this reason is the best way to do this.
And
stuff,
you're
I
not
find.
filming it for content?
No, maybe I should be.
Spending time with your partner without filming it?
What the
Madman?
Yeah.
But we don't spend time gaming without content because Maddie's not really interested in it, but she likes doing it for like videos.
Yeah.
She's not so much.
a gamer.
What I was gonna say about the thing with Brooke,
This must be good.
I've now forgotten. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna go back, maybe try and catch a Ghastly, see if we can beat the fighting gym. Otherwise, it's over.
So it could be a done deal. It could be all finished now. We don't
Yeah.
know.
Wow.
You're surely
looking
not
forward
starting
to the
again, right?
Thrilling conclusion on Zach's channel.
That's what I was gonna say. On 2 separate occasions, Maddie has thrown a heal ball at the opposing trainer, trying to heal her Pokemon.
Wow.
Once it happened, it was like her first battle coming back from a few months.
Yeah.
And then like a month went past and she did the same thing because she'd forgotten in
Oh,
that
no.
time.
What heal
She was
balls
like,
did.
heal ball. That heals, right? And I'm there like, I don't know. And then she throws it and then one of her Pokemon died by doing that. I think in both
Oh,
times
no.
she lost a Pokemon.
So you're allowed to use items and stuff.
Yes.
Okay, that makes
Not
sense.
doing
It's
Classic
hardcore.
Nuzlocke.
It's pretty lenient. It's like
Yeah,
she
true.
can catch...
She's never played before, right?
Yeah, she
Pokemon?
can choose one Pokemon per route instead of the first thing.
Yeah.
And she can use items. And the battle style is also shift.
Yeah.
And we've also lost about 18 Pokemon, so maybe not lenient enough.
Respect.
It's the third gym.
It's good first go.
All right. Well,
Right.
thank you for listening this
Good
week.
call there.
Shall we continue on?
Yeah, if you
What's
want
it
to
called?
if you want to keep listening for an extra 30, 45 minutes, I don't know how long.
Join the Patreon.
Yeah, patreon.com/underdogspod.
Yep. And today we're going to be reviewing your submissions for what should go in the background. So that's what we're doing today. It's just a bit of chat interaction type stuff.
Shopping spree.
A
and-
shopping spree. So
Oh, I forgot people were in chat this whole time.
yeah.
Yeah.
Anything good?
We need to get a TV with the chat on it.
Anyway, stop the podcast.